Hi, this is Chip's Garage. I'm Steve. As you notice, Chip's not here. I don't know where he's at. He called me today and says, you got to come over. I got a surprise. So I'm waiting for Chip. It's like really quiet and lonely out here without Chip. Well, anyways, let's go in and see if there's a surprise inside here, okay? He's up to something. You know, I'm always up to something, but he's really up to something. All right, so, you know, we come into the garage. Whoa, what's that? Did you hear that? Whoa, let's hear this. Uh-oh. Oh my God, what's that? John Milner just showed up from American Graffiti. Holy moly, what's this?
Hey, what's going on?
You told me you had something up my sleeve. There's no way. No way.
How do you like it, man?
No way.
I've always wanted one of these.
Oh my God.
Did I surprise you?
American Graffiti. I thought you were John Milner. I could get your autograph.
You know, I seen your 50 Merc was here, and this was in the show too, right?
Yeah,
well, not the same exact
not
car,
quite, but the Pharaohs.
the
They had a
Pharaohs.
Mercury with a chopped top, and they bomb around, and you know, but this stole the show right here. This is the 55.
I've always wanted one of these, Steve, and I'm sure a lot of people out there have. Ever since I saw the movie, I've wanted one of these cars, and I got the opportunity to buy one. A friend of mine knew somebody that knew somebody type thing, and by the way, that's a good way to buy, isn't it?
Yes.
You know, because a couple reasons.
Yes.
Why? One is it's more reliable. You know, somebody that knows somebody that you're dealing with, and you can trust a lot of what more is said if you trust that person, obviously.
You don't want to do that internet thing. Oh yeah, send me $6 million and I got you a beautiful car.
Yeah,
you know?
it's amazing. And it's amazing, it's a good point again, how many people lie and misrepresent things today. And I hate to even say that,
Now,
Steve.
when you went up there, it was everything plus everything.
I went to West Virginia, so I drove all the way from Florida to West Virginia, and it far exceeded my expectations.
Got any moonshine?
No, I didn't bring back any moonshine. I wouldn't tell you if I did.
Oh.
Maybe later, but not
Well,
now.
you know, Chip, I got to tell you about the surprise about me.
What's that?
2 weeks ago, I bought a metal 32 5-window body.
Oh, hey, good point. This is a fiberglass body.
chopped.
Yeah, chopped
This is a chopped
fiberglass.
fiberglass 5-window.
Yeah.
But I bought it. I've known about it for over 40 years. This car, and I finally got it.
Wow.
I know it's just a body.
Metal 5-window?
Metal 5-window.
Wow.
Needs some massaging, some metal work floors, but
Well, yeah.
in the next couple of years I'll have it done. I'll put a flat in.
So 70, 80, 90 years old.
Me or the car?
Yeah.
Or when I get it done?
Yeah.
It's 90 years old.
When you get it done,
When
it
we get
takes
it
a
done,
while.
yeah.
But anyway, sometimes, and let's talk about this point real quick before we look at the car, is this car is completely done. It isn't a replica of the American Graffiti, John Milner's Coupe that was in the car. Almost identical, very close to it.
Very
But there's two ways, really, in today's world to buy these cars, right? And you can help me with this. One is to do what Steve did. Buy a really solid metal body and do it yourself.
Yeah.
If you can do it yourself. Or buy it completely done,
complete.
which this one's done. It is. I really have nothing to do but a few little tiny things, personal things on this car, but it's completely done. If you're in between those two, you end up spending more money than it's
Right.
worth.
Oh yeah.
You know,
It's
if you're
easy.
paying people to do it,
It's easy to get over 100 grand on this.
it's hard to
And then
get
budget,
parts.
you know?
You were talking to me
Right,
about
right,
that.
right.
Right? So either do them yourself with friends. Steve and I help each other and do a lot of things together, or buy them completely done.
Like I was saying, it could be easily over 100,000 building a car
Oh,
like this nowadays.
no doubt,
No
100,000, and I didn't even come close to
Yeah.
paying that. I'm not going to say the
Well,
number, but
The car is just beautiful.
right.
First thing we got to point out right here. Now the old John Milner's car had a man-free 4.2 intake right here. And what I read, it was stolen right after the movie was made.
Yeah.
It was very rare intake. But I mean,
Oh, yeah.
actually this is 2 4-barrels.
Right.
It doesn't look like it, just like 4 2-barrels, but it's actually 2 4-barrels.
Right.
It's got angle plug heads on this, so it was built a lot differently than American Graffiti, but at that time it was like a 327, I think.
Let's point out the angle
there,
plug,
the angle plug heads. And they're aluminum heads.
Yeah, they're aluminum heads. So this is a 355, a 350 punched out, right?
Yep.
So the original car had a 327 like you're talking about. But again, to taste, and we've talked about this with all our cars and all our shows, do it to taste.
Yeah, do what you want,
most people will never know this isn't, like the original one, right? But the 355, it's got about 400, 450 horsepower. It does have the 4 2 barrels on it. It's got the look. Oh man. Well, with this short wheelbase, and that's something a lot of people don't know, the shorter your wheelbase, the squirrelier the car's going to be. I tell people it's like driving a souped up go-kart.
These are the old time slickies.
The
slicks they put on them, and that's just so cool. You can see the dual rib where they
right here.
the rib around, but the dual tread, I should say.
Right, and look from the back here.
Makes it legal to drive on a street.
Right. Yeah, so these are actually street legal, and you can see I'm going to have to buy tires for this
soon. I want to run that on the street on the rain, would you?
Yeah. Oh no, not in the rain. Yeah.
This year they eliminated the drip rails on the fiberglass body.
Right.
And if you notice, my body's higher. This is chopped about 2.5 probably inches, but mine's higher. I'm keeping mine high on top of the frame like this, and I'm putting a full dress flathead in mine with a T5 5-speed.
Right.
So I'm going to go a little more economical way, but I'm going to go a little more nostalgia.
Right. Now this has, of course, the 355. And I want to talk about one more thing. I want to show you this. This is actually, by the way, a metal original radiator grill. So this is an original grill, which is really cool. Worth a lot of money.
That's nice.
Yeah. And we put an electric fan on it. And the reason being, if you look in here at the size of the radiator, it's a very small radiator.
It's aluminum.
Aluminum, so we could fit it in the grill. So we really needed more cooling power, so of course we put an electric fan on it. The guy who built it did,
There's no room for a fan blade, and a fan blade robs horsepower.
Oh, absolutely. Okay. Hey, good lesson. A lot of people know that. Fan blade, power steering robs it, power brakes robs it, a lot of those kind of things a lot of people don't know.
And you got to watch, with these open headers, it doesn't kiss your knees.
Right.
And because I've got kissed all the way down from burns.
Yep, and when you step out, Steve, you got to be careful because you could step right actually onto the exhaust pipe if you're not aware.
Now, Chip, why don't you sit in here and being chopped, and we're both 6 foot tall, show them on the other side.
I do want really.
Well, here, I'll get in
from the air side. From the air side.
Here, I'll get in it too. And both of us are 6 foot, 6'2".
Now this has a tilt steering wheel in it, and the key is to get in it.
Now, I am very comfortable.
Right.
I mean, we're not hitting each other. Not like my Crosley, huh?
Right. Tons of room. You can see, and if you want to look in here, why we're here. But tons of room.
Right here, tons of room. Nice
we've
visibility.
got all our gauges all the way across,
this
custom
is beautiful.
gauges.
I love this.
Yeah, and if he can see this real quick, this was like in the movie. He had the piston gear shift on it. Yeah, this little.
It's a 4-speed.
This little wire, and there's a button on this side. That's a line lock.
Oh, I thought it was for nitrous.
Just in case, just in case we want to go crazy. Nice. And here's your emergency brake down here. Of course, your brake and your clutch in here.
See, there's plenty of room in here.
Plenty of room. Yeah. I mean, I'm 6'1", 190, and easily in here, and even headroom, right?
Yeah.
And this bench seat, the bottom flips up, and there's storage underneath it, and the back flips down.
Show them the trunk.
Yeah, good idea.
There's a trunk.
So it's got electric buttons for the trunk. Yeah, so you just push the key fob and it opens the trunk, and you also have electric windows in it, which again is a personal taste. But if you look in here, here's the fuel where we fill the fuel in here, and you can see how nice it is. I got to clean it up a little bit yet. And this is your battery, and it has a battery case that goes over top of it. So now if you look under here, you can see what we've done with the suspension. Really, really cool. We got the coilovers, and that's a Ford 9-inch. So it's a 355 Chevy with a Muncie M21 4-speed and a Ford 9-inch rear end.
You're not going to break it.
No, you're not going to break it.
You're not going to break it. It's a good combination.
373 gears, 372 gears with Mosier axles, 31 spline axles. So you're not going to rip the rear end out of it. You're not going to rip the axles out of it.
I think these are off 40 Fords. I think these These are off of 44.
Yeah, I'm not sure. They're very similar, and they are blue dots.
That was a custom, because the original ones had the frame coming out, and they had a little round one coming off the frame.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm making a rumble seat where this is turning around.
Oh, yeah.
Where we can put the kids in the back.
Yeah.
I want the rumble seat, and mine's going to have a fold-down window where it rolls down.
Oh, wow.
So
did you tell them what motor's going to be in yours?
yeah, it's a flathead.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Yeah. So tell them the size of the flathead.
Well, this is a 355 cubic inch. Mine's a 255 cubic
Right,
inch.
and yours will have about
160 horse.
Yeah, so this has got about 450
Yeah, so about
horse.
3 times as much.
Yeah,
But it's got really good features. The car is just beautiful. The color and everything. They really nailed it when they did this car.
And you can't see this in the video right now, but this actually has metal flake in it.
Yeah. When we pointed it out.
Yeah. In the sun, you would be able to see it. It's a beautiful, beautiful car. But
like mine has a filled-in top. They had a top, and I'm putting it back in. It has a vinyl. And I'm putting that back in with a chicken wire and all that. That's how Henry Ford did it.
Yeah.
Henry Ford used chicken wire vinyl, and then he used the wood for floor pans. I'm not going to do that.
Right.
But he used it from the engines.
And the door frames were wood.
Door frames,
right?
everything was wood and all that.
Wood.
He used it from what they shipped him. He used all the wood.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put that back on
That's
and make
cool.
it look original.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that. If you look at all the originals, like he said, there was like this vinyl top, pretty much the whole center section here.
Yeah.
And the reason they did that was because, why did they do that?
Henry Ford got a little cheap.
Well, he got cheap, but they also couldn't manufacture, the metal the way he wanted, because
so
they
did the sides.
Yeah, exactly.
And they welded on the sides.
Yeah, they just didn't have the technology back then.
Now mine, the original cars have a windshield that folds out.
Right.
Okay,
right.
and then they have a cowl here. So you open that up in the back window. It was almost like air conditioning. That was so really an improvement driving these cars with that all going through.
Absolutely. I can't even imagine.
Yeah, and he's got the halogen lights or the halogen lights.
Yep.
Oh,
yeah,
the license plate, THX.
Yeah.
First thing I asked him, 138. I asked him, didn't I?
Now this is a replica of the actual license plate with the original sticker, because this was the way it was on the original car in the
George
movie.
Lucas's movies.
Right,
THX
exactly.
138.
Exactly.
First thing I asked, do you have the license plate? He says, yes.
Also, this has disc brakes all the way around, but they're manual disc brakes, manual steering. So with the short wheelbase, with 450 horsepower, manual disc brakes, she's a handful, and a 4-speed.
And bias ply tires.
And bias ply tires, yes. And you can see the ribs on here too. Went all old school. If you want to see right here again to match the back tires, all old school to try to match the
like
the
you
movie
pointed
car.
out, these are metal fenders. They're not fiberglass. So fiberglass will do this, and it'll end up cracking and breaking. But that's neat. That was a big thing, taking a motorcycle metal fender and putting on there. So you go down the road and there's big rooster tails coming up.
Oh,
and
yeah.
You wouldn't want that in your carburetor. But Chip, you did great.
Yeah, this is, we talked about buying them done. This car was completely done. They did it right. They used high component parts. They didn't cheap out anywhere. No. It was a father and an uncle who built it for themselves, for the son. I wanted to tell you that. Yeah. The guy who I bought this from, his uncle and him built it together. He was 16 when they built it, and it was for him. So this was his first car ever that he drove. So he drove it to high school and everything. Can you imagine?
No, I can't imagine.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. In high school, every once in a while, my mom had a brand new 400 Chevelle.
Yeah.
And I could take it out once in a great while.
There you go.
And at one turn, it got a little smooth on the back end of it, So, but it
One
wasn't my car. It wasn't my car.
I wanted to point out something you said here earlier, Steve, that you pointed out. This is what's called a highboy. And a highboy is where the body sits on top of the frame. And that's why they call it a highboy. So this is the frame, and this is the body. So the body literally sits on. Now they call it a lowboy, and the lowboy is actually what they call channeled, correct?
Channeled, where mine is where they cut the floor pan out, and this is down below here. That's channeled over the frame.
Right.
Okay, and then they have a channeled and chop. This would be channeled and chop, or they have a highboy, above the frame and a chop. So there's so many different configurations.
Exactly.
They made a coupe. They made a 3-window, 5-window.
Right.
They made a convertible. Oh, yeah. And a truck. They made a pickup truck.
They made a pickup
truck. They're all
truck.
beautiful. They're all beautiful.
They actually made a 4-door.
Yes,
So
they made
not a
four-door.
coupe, obviously, but they made a
Four-door.
four-door in 1932 as well.
Very sought after. You look at, these are some of the neatest cars right here we have.
Absolutely.
You know, a 50 Merc and
Yeah.
a 32 Ford.
Yeah.
We just need a 55 Chevy next.
Here's the last thing I want to tell you about this. This actually has a 1932 title, which is very difficult for any
Yeah,
of you who
very
don't know,
difficult,
especially on a fiberglass body.
Yeah.
But they were able to get a 32 title for this car.
Well, if you got
which is really,
2022
really cool.
title, you might have to run some
Yeah.
catalytic converters hanging
Yeah,
off
yeah.
the thing, you know.
Plastic fenders.
Plastic fenders,
Everything
yeah.
would be plastic.
Big halogen headlights, you know.
Yeah,
this
yeah,
big,
yeah.
No, it's
6 million brake lights in the
yeah,
back,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
the
No,
whole
and
9
Chip,
yards.
since you told me about it, it's a beautiful car, and I'm really.
Yeah.
And I just ordered some parts for mine, and I'm going to start on it.
Good. Yeah, good. And I'll help you, brother. I'll help you.
I know
with
you
it.
will. I know. I can't wait.
And I know, oh, here's a good point to bring up too before we
I
close
can't
out
beat
here.
you, but you can help me.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Use other people's friends or people online or whatever that, use their knowledge, use their experience and what they've been through already. Steve wants to look over this car and check everything out. So when he does his car, he's got ideas. He already knows and doesn't have to guess on some ideas of how to lay things out and how to put things in.
Oh, another thing is, see this here? The original ones aren't boxed. You can look
Right.
over here. See, mine's not boxed.
Right.
They sell
You
a
see
kit.
the back part
and
of
so
the
it makes
frame.
it stronger. It's a C, and then you
Right.
put a box over it and weld it. It makes it stronger.
Right.
But I'm going to leave some of it unboxed and make it look original. Now, I'm going to probably
go.
box it up here, but I do have a big cross member from a 40 Ford I'm going to put in it.
Good.
Grafted in,
Yeah, good.
Because you want it strong.
Right.
So
Right.
that's it, Chip. I think. How about a Mac Dog Bulldog or Mercedes
Or a beautiful girl.
Oh yes, a hula girl. You gotta get the hula girl.
The hula girl.
There you go. But you did. I'm real proud of you.
Well,
I can't wait to
I'm
slam a
happy
couple
to have
gears
it.
in it when
This
you're not
was a
looking.
bucket list thing for me. You know what I mean?
Can't wait to slam a couple gears.
It ain't gonna happen, brother. It ain't gonna happen.
I love it.
Yeah. All right. Well, this is
Chip's Garage.
Chip's Garage, and we hope you enjoyed it.
Thank you.